What's up, y'all? Welcome. I want to shoot a video called and talking about patience will be the revival, the evolution, or transformation of the black folks. I'm not sure which word I'm going to use. Probably use all of them. You know, my titles be long as a mug. Because when I look at the state of black people today, it's despicable. It's despicable. I was recently watching some videos about Tupac Shakur and all the knowledge that he had. It was mostly about the West Coast, East Coast beef. Really, he was talking about him and what happened with Biggie. But I wasn't paying too much attention to that. A lot of stuff that Tupac was talking about, the way his speech flowed, the way he spoke from the heart, was the most impressive part. And he had a lot of historical knowledge. So that's what I was mainly listening to. And then YouTube kept recommending other videos, and I kept going through the recommendation. I ended up watching Malcolm X interview when he was sitting around this table with four white folks that kept on interrogating him and trying to make him seem like he was some sort of antagonist or whatever, some sort of criminal. And he was just answering them in a very educational way. And he kept on saying the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was teaching him the stuff that he knows. And one of the things that Malcolm X said, which he was very right about, he said that him and the black the black Muslims at that time, and another civil rights black folks, they had a plan and they were working on something that were going to push the black folks into an age of righteousness. And he said, but the plan would take a long time. And a lot of black folks didn't have the patience for it because they were going to be the ones putting the work in, but they may not see the end of it. And when I look at the state of today, it's pretty much the same problems, except for it's a lot worse. It really is. And I was watching these other documentaries. One of them was about 1960s or 1970s Washington, D.C. with black folks. And the difference between those black folks to then and the black folks I see today, they were smarter. And I noticed that even though they were smoking a gang of cigarettes, a lot of them black folks, they were sober. Like really sober. You could tell the way they spoke, the way they handled themselves, their skin, the way they looked. They were so much more healthier, and they wasn't fat. And they spoke very clearly and very honestly. And that's another thing, is that when somebody has to think too much when they speak, they probably lying, or they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't know what's going on. Those black folks, they knew what they were talking about, and they were at city council meetings. They were talking about their own community, their own neighborhood, and what they were going to do about it. And I think that today, what Malcolm X said about black folks not being patient enough to wait for a plan that may take 40, 50, 60, maybe even 100 years to come into fruition, I think that's true, because I see this in daily activity. I'm telling you that whenever I try to say something to black folks about black folks, the first thing people want to do is talk about the white man. It seemed like black women blame black men blame black women, then they both blame the white man. And when they can't blame the white man, they say, well, our history, this is what happened to us in history, but we're not talking about that. I'm talking about today. I can't say nothing to a black person without a black person somehow redirecting. I'm not talking about white folks. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about we, us. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. And what we going to do. All right? But I see that patience is a problem. I really think patience, I'm not saying that I got a whole formula, but I'm saying I think I got a starting point. If we be more patient with each other, we might get somewhere. For real. Because when I look at the problems that we have amongst the black folks, when I look at the problems that we have, it's usually consequences of hasty decisions. You know what I'm saying? So my opinion is black women, they need to keep their legs and their mouth shut. Black men need to keep their penis in their pants and their mouth shut. Because every time you look up, there's some black person that got their mouth open saying something that's only going to cause problems. Because they don't have no patience to deal with any sort of offense. You know what I'm saying? Why black folks in such a hurry to fight anybody and somebody, usually somebody with their own skin color? Because they ain't got no patience. Black folks be in such a rush to say something crooked or say something disrespectful to somebody. Have some patience. Black folks be such in a rush to have sex that they don't even use condoms. They don't plan their kids. You in that much of a rush. You in that much of a rush to get your rocks off that you're gonna be having illegitimate children like that. You such in a rush for vengeance that you willing to shoot somebody dead in the street. Cause don't nobody kill black folks more than black folks, and don't nobody hate black men more than black women. I'm telling you, folks be trying to say whatever they want to say. I guess y'all got our own opinion, but I'm telling you, on a weekly, if not weekly, monthly basis, if anybody's gonna be disrespecting me, I had their face turned up at me, or if anybody's gonna say or do something to me, and I had to think to myself, you need to let that go. Oh, it's gonna be a black woman. And I'm telling you, it'd be the simplest thing. I be at the grocery store. Some black woman got some attitude. I don't even know the chick. Never seen her a day in my life. Ain't got nothing to do with her. She ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. And black folks don't have enough patience to go through, let me see, humble beginnings. Black folks be acting like they too good to work certain jobs, but they rather be in the hood doing something to get money that's gonna get them put in prison, or probably get them into it with these people over here that like to shoot folks. You get what I'm saying? The patience and the impatience in the black community, or within the black race, is a problem. We don't have any patience with each other. And then, depending on who you ask or how somebody feels, we supposed to be brothers and sisters. But look at the kind of evil that we do to each other. I'm telling you, the majority of fights that I've been in my life is black folks. I'm telling you, until this day, if I'm gonna get into a fight with somebody, or if I'm gonna turn down a fight, because I turn down lots of fights, you got to. I just don't be in a hurry to fight nobody. But I'm telling you, black folks got a thing about trying to fight black folks. I see this stuff happen. I see black women, especially like I said, black women and black men. I see this stuff happen. Black folks treat Mexicans, Asians, and whites with a certain kind of respect they just don't treat me with. I be watching this stuff happen. I be watching this stuff. I see the white man, the Asian man, and Mexican man, they get this certain kind of respect that I don't get. Maybe it's because I'm expecting disrespect from somebody else because they're black. Or maybe they're expecting some sort of respect from me because I'm black. Maybe it's internalized. But all I know is that it's obvious to see that there's a difference between the white man, the Asian man, and the Mexican man. It's a difference between the way they treat it and the way I'm treated on a daily basis, even by those who share my own skin color. Speaking of, one of the videos I was watching, I think his name was Phil Donahue. Donahue? Anywho's, look here. I'm going to put all these videos in the comment section when I'm done with this video. So I'm watching it, and the primary show is a talk show, and the primary subject of the show was internalized racism. And I'm born in 91. So when the internet was young, you know what I'm saying? This is back like 03, 04. Back when the Sidekick and the, the Razor and all that. Back when YouTube was real young. MySpace was still cracking. What else? Black Planet was finally going out, you know? Back in those days, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much the early 2000s. There's this thing going on where they had this thing, and it was supposed to be dark skin versus light skin. I saw it on the internet and stuff a couple times, but I didn't take it seriously. But shoot, later on in my life, I had to acknowledge that was real. And I never paid too much attention, even though I look in the mirror. I know I'm a good-looking person, right? But I never paid too much attention to my own skin color. I just know I hate when people call me yellow. I don't like being called yellow. But after a while, I had to, because it wasn't that obvious because I wasn't looking for it. And then when it started to happen, I was in denial about it. I had to deal with jealousy within my own race because of my skin color. Like folks lack patience with me because I'm lighter than them. What kind of crap is that? For real. Me being lighter than you supposed to mean what? I remember I had this one chick, right? And she kept bringing it up, and it just hit me. She kept talking about skin color because she was darker skinned and she had dreads and stuff. She kept talking about it. And I told her, like, you are obsessed with skin color. She kept mentioning it. And then one time she like, see, if I was your skin color, talking about me. If I was your skin color, I'm like, what? And I told her, you are obsessed with skin color. But then at the same time, maybe I do get privileges because I'm lighter skinned. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't know if I did. I wouldn't know if I do. If I do get privileges because of my skin color, I wouldn't know it. Because, honestly, I like to attribute my functionalism within society to me not being a nigga. That's all you have to do. A lot of folks want to go into the real world and try to pull that in the ghetto, I'm loyal to the street nigga mentality stuff in the world, be mad when it don't work. Like nobody's trying to hear that, especially when you get older. Nobody even trying to see it. So me just being me, that's what I think. Maybe my skin color does give me privileges. I'm telling you that I wouldn't know. But also I'm telling you is that that's another example of the hate that black folks have within each other. And then whenever a black man says anything honest about black women or black people in general, then all of a sudden it's a self-hate, but I'm not you. So if I say anything about another black person that's self-hate, but I'm not you, I'm only me. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to black women, because I keep talking about them, right? I'm gonna talk about black men. Give me a second. Us decent brothers, I'm a decent brother, and there's good brothers out here. We've been telling black women for the longest time. We've been telling black women for the longest time. Keep your legs closed, wear your real hair, stop acting a fool in public. And what's the other one we telling them? Oh, get on your fitness, take care of your body. Us decent brothers, decent black men, and good black men, we telling black women this for years, years. But you know who they listen to? To them niggas. That's what they listen to. And then on the side note, we've been telling these other brothers, we've been telling them, look, we've been telling them, don't be in a hurry to get in a fight. Don't be in a hurry to get in anybody's business. We've been trying to tell us brothers, we've been speaking about black men and black women for the longest time. We've been trying to tell them, man, these black men, they get to woofing like, oh, so and so. I'm like, that's not your problem. Don't get involved in that. Don't be out here trying to fight this person over that. And then I've been telling folks for the longest time, like, don't let no female get you in trouble. I've been telling black men this for the longest time. Black men be telling, oh, I do this. I'm like, look, I don't care who it is. Don't let no woman get you in trouble, because at the end of the day, it's going to be another black man in jail, or you're going to be out here getting beat up, or you're going to be out here beating somebody up. It's going to be the same old, same old. And we've been telling black men for the longest time to have standards with the women that they choose. We've been telling black men to have standards with the women that they choose. But like I said, when you say anything to black folks about black folks, the first reaction is redirection. Redirection. They're gonna redirect it. Blame somebody else. But I'm telling y'all, I'm always telling y'all something. I be telling y'all, I'm telling y'all something. I'm still telling y'all, I'm telling y'all. Patience. Black folks gotta have patience with themselves. Like, shoot, nobody does more damage to black folks than black folks. I know, because folks when we talk about, well, we were slaves, we were supposed to be this, we were supposed to be that. The U.S. government doped us out. They flooded our neighborhoods with drugs. The racism, how they hold the black folks down. But I'm telling you, I know that. Like, people be trying to educate you on general black history. Most black folks know general black history. Most black folks know that the black history that's taught in schools is just a lie. It's beyond a lie. It's almost myths. Like, really. Now, most black folks have some hint of the true black history. But when you look at black folks today, you can't use that to justify what we doing to each other. And then whenever a black person like me try to speak on black folks and try to tell black people, like, look, don't do this, do that. Like right now, I tell you, look here, black folks need to stop doing violence to each other. Y'all need to slow down. Don't be in a hurry. Somebody disrespect you, make you feel like a punk, just take your feelings home. Like, for real. I have to do what I still do. I've been doing it a lot. It gets hard, because you do feel like a punk, but take your feelings home. Because at the end of the day, you can't justify that. Because there's a lot of folks that be out here willing to fight, willing to shoot another black person, but then be the first person to try to throw up a fist and say Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? It be folks out here be trying to talk this pro-black talk, but then they be watching stuff that has to do with black folks doing hurt to black folks. Or they be rapping about killing another black person or extorting another black person, but then in real life tells them we need to stick together. Folks need to set better examples. Alright? I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm a perfect example or a good example. I can't even give y'all a plan, because I don't even feel that we all the way up to that. Just we need do's and don'ts. That's what we need. For real. And then there's a jealousy within black folks. I'm telling you, when you're a black person and you act decent, people automatically assume that you be on some white stuff. Like for example, if you're educated, black folks like, oh, you on that white stuff. If you show people proper respect, oh, you on that white stuff. If you're the type of black person like I am, that you could get a job, and I work basic jobs. I don't get paid much. I'm still a poor man, but the fact that I could get a job and hold a job, if I lose a job, I could get another one. Oh, you on that white stuff? Like, nah, brother, just trying to live. Why you? Why black folks are so? Why black folks so against each other, especially black folks who do well? And then the better you do, especially monetarily, the more money that you have, black folks be acting like somebody owed them money. Somebody becomes a millionaire or 100 millionaire. Oh man, that person need to help out black folks. Why? So you can sit up and get high and get drunk. Like for real, it seemed to me that a lot of black folks. That's another one, man. I'm telling you, I had to get on my sobriety. I'm coming up on 2 months sober. This ain't the first time I've done it though, but this is long overdue. But I'm telling black folks, I be trying to tell people like, don't get high every day. That I'm telling you, don't get high every day. Seem like that's all folks care about is getting high, getting drunk, and busting a nut. I'm telling you, that's all they care about. Oh yeah, and then the fourth thing is who they gonna get into it with. Why does it seem like black folks be wanting to get into it? They be wanting problems. That's what it be seeming like to me. Lack of patience, just can't chill. Black folks need to have more patience with each other. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to say that is important? Oh, last thing. This video is about to be under the category called Black Folks Listen. That's a new category of video that I'm bringing to my channel. So, whenever I get in my feelings the way I'm in my feelings right now and I feel like talking crazy to black folks, I know I just sat here and talked a bunch of stuff, but tell me if I'm lying or not. Am I selling wolf tickets or what am I doing? Like, let me know. Am I selling wolf tickets? Am I lying or not? But this is a new category of video. So whenever I feel some type of way about black folks, I'm going to start dropping videos under the category of Black Folks Listen. Because we more than this. We have to have patience with each other, though. I told y'all recently, well, oh snap, that was a couple months ago. But I've been paying more attention. I've been giving my attention to black men more. I still be ignoring people. I don't want to hear folks. You know, folks be coming at you crooked. They be coming at you sideways. And especially in Vegas, a lot of folks, they don't know what they be talking about. It be weird out here. It's strange folks in Vegas. But I be ready to ignore somebody, right? And then somebody try to talk to me, I be ready to ignore them. I'm like, oh, that's a black man. I come back and I try to holler at him because he black. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've seen this stuff happen before. I've seen other black folks do it to other black folks, and they just talk to each other, or they help each other, or they offer each other something just because they was black. And I was in a different mentality. I'm like, man, forget them niggas, cause I was going through a lot. I'm telling you, if anybody gonna be trying to fight me, if anybody gonna be disrespecting me, it's gonna be a black person. Black folks, some of these black folks, they got a bad thing where they be trying to punk. Black folks be trying to punk somebody. I'm telling you. Somebody's gonna be trying to bully me, intimidate me, or punk me. It's gonna be a black person. Black folks got it real bad. But this last year or so, I've been seeing things in a different light, right? And the point of my video is patience with each other, because this is a job that gets done from the inside. Y'all could beg the white man. Y'all could create as many movements similar to Black Lives Matter as y'all want to. Nothing about this. Nobody's gonna do nothing about this that's actually gonna be substantial, except for black folks. If black folks want the black race to be more, black folks have to do it. It don't matter who help you, whether you get help or not. No real changes are gonna stick unless the black folks do it for each other, to each other, and with each other. So I'm sitting back watching black folks do this, and I'm like, man, I'm just sitting here watching it. I'm like, I wasn't feeling it. But then now I see why. Because it's not about if you want to. You have to. Like, you really have to. If you want to see black folks be more and be better, whether people acknowledge the difference that you make or not, you're going to have to, because nobody else is going to do it. Like, really, nobody else is going to do it. For real, people are going to cheer. Like, for real, people will probably assist black folks. But if folks want to make real change within the black race, it's gonna have to be black folks doing it with, to, and for other black folks. Okay? And it starts right there. Patience. Black folks have to have more patience with each other. Hear each other out. Okay? Don't be in a hurry to do violence to each other. Be wiser with your sexual selections, black folks. What's the other one? Practice sobriety so you get to thinking more. Okay? Don't get high every day. Or don't get high first thing in the morning. Alright? What else? That's it. That really is it. Outro.